So hi everyone, we should be on live from the trading room. It's been a long time, it's been 2 weeks. I didn't make any trading room, I was in vacation, so happy to be back. First of all, let me know on the chat if everything is good, if you hear me, if the sound is good, if the video is good also, and then we're gonna start. Actually, the market already opened. We change in our time zone. We change the hours. We removed 1 hour, so the US market already opened. I think 30 minutes before. So the market is already moving nice. I already have some positions that I will share with you, and probably going to manage the position meanwhile. I will also make some scalp. I think this might be interesting today to make some scalp as well. I'm still in positions, so I will show a bit of my position. Again, one important thing that I want to remind for people that are new, or for people that already know the trading room and how it works. The trades I'm going to take, or I already have, is only for an educational purposes. Okay, you should guys have you should be responsible for the risk you take. Trading is difficult, we all know that, and everyone has his own risk management. Okay, I manage my risk differently than anyone else. So this is only to share some tips on the market, to share our ideas. So guys on the chat also, if you have some analysis, or if you want to share your ideas or your trading ideas, let me know on the chat and we will discuss together. I see on the chat, guys. Hi Jesus, hi Brian, hi Channing Star, Henrique, Matthias. Thank you for joining me today. I fell in my first prop here, but wanna try again, hoping to pass this time. Also, if I would like to give you an advice. Generally, traders that register for an evaluation doesn't pass after the first time. It requires some consistency. If you're a very good trader, you might pass at the first stage, and in the 5ers we have a very high success rate in our evaluation. We have very flexible regarding the time, regarding the target. Also, we are very competitive. So of course, if you fail one time, you can pass the second time. It will only be good for the learning curve for your side. So try again, review your trading plan, and you might be okay for the next time. Okay, so let's move into the market. So as you may know, guys, I was abroad for 2 weeks, so I was a bit off of the chart. I didn't look the market at all. Let's say I look the daily change, but I didn't look at the chart. I see that first of all, the indices found a bottom here, and starting to rebound. This is not very strong yet, but I think today some buyers can come again to attract a good price and push the price above. So I'm trying to build a position. It's only building the position. I have very few exposure here, very few lot size. I cannot put all my margin and all my exposure right here, because it's not, let's say, you see here there is no demand, no support. This is only, I think, a pivot point, as you can see from the H1 chart. You see this might give some reaction, so that's why I already started to open position, and I'm already ready to wait for the price pushing down, attract some buyers, and then the price can react. So I should be patient for that one. Here on the M5, here the price is holding, but I assume the price can move even lower. So this is for the Nasdaq, building a long position. Very slowly. I don't want to put all the exposure right away. For the euro dollar, it's quite the same. The market did not move at all. Let's say in the London session. In the Asian session, we had some push. You see here, the market went down yesterday, and then the market started to make this type of trend. So I want to continue with the trend. Here is the M15 chart, and on the H1 chart and H4 chart, you see the market, try to again to break above the parity, which is 1. So yeah, I believe the dollar already. We know already that the dollar is strong. I keep repeating that over and over again in the trading room, that I believe at some point the dollar will depreciate. The European central banks, the ECB, already reacted. They will probably increase interest rate again. They want to fight inflation. They want to fight, let's say, the recession. So yeah, you see the trend is still an overall very downside, but I would like to take some day trade position on the upside here. Okay. This is for the euro dollar and the dollar yen. Of course, guys, I believe that I also was looking for that. But here, let me look. Okay, so here it was the intervention of the Japanese bank. I didn't, if someone on the chat can, maybe give an idea or can explain here the event. But I think the Bank of Japan intervened in the market. They probably say that they want to save, they want to give some help to the yen. So here we see the first intervention of the bank. Market went down. Here you see it's not a lot of movement. I believe it will continue on the downside. Also, if we look at the weekly chart, you see we have already some rejection here. Stochastic is above 80. So again, in the long term, this might be the point when the yen can breathe a bit. I would not say that the market will go back to the bottom, but at least giving a retracement to that point. So sellers already might be shorting the dollar against the yen just here. And what is good also is that here we have a high, and here the market did not succeed to make a higher high than this one. Okay, so we see that probably the bearish momentum is starting to create itself. That's why I opened a sell position on the dollar yen, and I believe that today, if we break this zone below here, there is high chance that we reach again this demand here. So that's what I'm looking for in the dollar yen. Again, the trend is very strong. The trend is very strong on the dollar yen, so my stop loss is very tight on that one as well. I don't have a lot of exposure, but you see, I hope the market can break below here. I will see what's happened. Maybe I could take some profit on that support line. So we see, we have to manage the position, be very patient, see what's happening. And again, this is my own vision of the market. Generally, I like when the price is going against me, then I can manage and trying to adapt my exposure and increase a bit the lot size. Of course, we need to stay in the proper risk management and not over risking. So you see, I have again my last buy limit here on the euro dollar. I believe that if we touch and then the price recovery, it will be nice because I will have my full exposure. The fact is that if the market here, you see it's like a flag. If the market create a bearish flag and then break down, I will be ready to take the stop loss. So I hope that the price will not break below this low. Therefore, I will have to hit my stop loss on that side. So we will see that the price continue to move. Nothing to do here actually actively. We only need to wait. And you see on the dollar yen, I again don't want the price to make. I want the price to continue on the trend. It's a short-term trade, trend, but we have this low. The market didn't push above that one, and then we had this one, and then we had this one on the lower time frame. It's still H1, but we see clearly that the market did not succeed to make any high. So I just might maybe adjust my stop loss just above that one. Of course, the market can react, at that zone. Okay, of course, if the market go back again to that zone, I will be looking for a sell again. It depends what's the time, what the session, and what's happening in the other markets. Okay, I will have to check what's happening in the dollar if here the market succeed to break above and go back to that line. So that's why I'm just waiting for the market to continue pushing down. Here it's only the continuation of the trend. Yeah, I wanted to show you something, guys, that I also explained a few weeks ago. It's more than 2 weeks now, but in the pound dollar especially, we had a very interesting point that we could react. I will try to show you again. Yeah, okay. So of course it's only history. Generally history repeats itself. But we see here that here in 1 month and then 2 months, the market dropped down around 11%. And just after the market went down 11%, so it was very strong. Okay, the market reacted very strongly here, and then the market continued on the upside. Okay, so this is here the first reaction. So 11% down in 2 months only. You see also that the volatility here was very high because the Bollinger Bands. We were above the 20 standard deviation. You see here that the market broke it very strongly. Then we had a reaction here. So you see this reaction, and then the market continued. I think we had the same thing. So we had that one. We had that one also. You see the market in, I don't know how much time, but again, 11% in 1 month, 1 month and a half, 2 months went down, and the market reacted a little bit, slowed down, and then push up. Okay, here it was not the case. Okay, the market here was difficult to react, so here it did not work. But I think we had also last time. This is 2008. Yeah, but we see here in any case that the price was very far from the 20 standard deviation. So here the market reacts in a very short time to push the price again to the average. Here it's quite the same, and here I believe that what happened recently in the pound dollar might be the same. So of course here it was a downtrend. Okay, here there is nothing. There was no big movement. You see, it was, if you go to the daily chart, for example, we see it's ups and downs, so it's a very healthy downtrend. Okay, and suddenly we have this sharp, this is very sharp movement on the downside. Okay, so you see this is exactly here. You see this was very sharp from here to the bottom. This was also around 11%, I think even more than that. And then we had some buyers here, and then the price continued. Okay, here again, I'm not expecting the price to go directly to the upside, but again, like here and like here also, the market can, not breaking any low at any time, making some accumulation and then starting to move again. That's also what I think against. I think we are approximately in the same scenario. The pound is not in a very good situation, But I think the market already make 27% down. I believe that the market here can stop, take some fresh air, and then continue on the upside. So of course this is a long-term time frame. Being long here on a daily basis will not help you. Of course not, but I'm always like to look in a yearly basis, what can happen in 1 year, 2 years, even 5 years from now, to understand what the overall situation and the overall context. But of course, if you go to the M15 or if you go to the M30, what I'm explaining here has no sense. So you guys have to remind. I think my buy limit already take this here. So this is the euro dollar. Again, for the people that just joined us, I'm still building position on the euro dollar on the Nasdaq. I have my last buy limit here at that point. So I have my full exposure, I think, on the euro dollar. My stop loss is below. I hope this trend will hold. At least you see here we have this is the inflection point, I think, from yesterday, the American session, and then the market topped here, react also here, and I hope the market also can react here or even here to that point. We will see. There is a lot of interesting point here that the market can react and at least go back to this supply. We will see what's happening, but I'm already full exposure on that one. The dollar yen is not moving yet. Okay. So we should be patient. That's it. When you start creating the position, and my position is on hourly basis, even H4, you might be able to hold some drawdown. Okay, you cannot directly start winning. I don't think it can work. So you might be building the position. You might be managing your drawdown. Okay, not being afraid. You may set up your risk before. Okay, your partial position. Understand what's going on. So we will see if that holds. We will see. And if not, we have again a daily support here that can also give some reaction. I can also, make another buy limit here, but I highly believe that the price, can continue in that range. This is a very healthy uptrend. So we're gonna see. And here on the dollar, and it seems like the market did not succeed again to make an higher high. Of course, it's the M5 time frame. But also here on that one, the market tried to push above that one, and then the market reject very fast. So yeah, we should be patient. Wait and see. Or can we say we have a pair with overexposure? I will try to answer Trendweek here on the chat. It depends about what is your risk management. Actually, if I can just analyze my portfolio and say, okay, maybe I'm overexposed in one specific asset, so I will say here I might be overexposed in the against the dollar. Okay, what it means is that I'm buying the euro dollar, I'm selling the dollar yen, and I'm buying the Nasdaq. So my portfolio here is not balanced. Okay, I'm selling the dollar in the euro, I'm selling the dollar against the yen, and I'm buying the Nasdaq, which generally recently when we have the Nasdaq pushing up, we have the dollar index going down. So actually I have an overexposure against the dollar. Okay, again, it depends what you set in your risk management before. Here I'm still very comfortable with the lot size I have. Okay, if I have the overall lot size and I look at the overall risk I have, I'm fine. When I mean overexposure means that you risk more than you were ready before. That's it. Okay, let's say in the dollar yen you are ready to lose I don't know $200, and then suddenly you start adding and adding, and at the end you will lose maybe 1,000 or 1,500. You are overexposed. Okay, you take inherent risk to your trading. So this is what I mean by overexposure. That's it. Hope it clears. But again, overexposure depends, and it's very personal to each trader. Actually, if I can balance something in my portfolio, will be probably I don't know, going to the maybe the dollar CAD. Maybe I think a good thing to hedge, and buying the dollar CAD. Okay, in case the dollar will gain some value, I will have a hedge in the dollar CAD. And dollar CAD is very strong recently, so this might be a good hedge to balance the overall portfolio. But again, here the dollar CAD is already overextended on the M30 minutes. Actually, the market is struggling to pass that zone, and then we have again that zone. So I might not be buying here. Even I want to hedge. Yeah, it looks like the Nasdaq want to slide down. We will see. I think it's going to happen in the next few minutes. If the market stays in this zone, I think again this zone, and I'm not entering that zone for blankly. Okay, this zone can be a zone to the market to make some accumulation. As we see here on the H1, we have here ups and down. Here we react again. Here the market break it open with a gap, and then the market react to that one. Here you see the huge breakout from especially that zone. So here I'm opening for a justified purpose. But again, I will be ready if the market goes down even lower. There is demand here. We see it very strongly, and I have my buy limit. So I'm okay. And here on the euro, it looks like again on the M5 that we tend to react. We don't want to make a lower low below this one. We'll see if we can have a bullish reaction here. Guys, meanwhile, if you have any questions on the chat, let me know. Will be more than happy to discuss with you and make it make the trading room more interesting for you as well. Okay, if you have some questions, some pairs that you want to discuss about, I know that we didn't talk about gold or silver, but we can do that. I know that silver moved very, very strongly recently. We have like 4% today, 5% today. So there is a lot of volatility in the silver. Actually, they tend to calm down a bit. Hi Matthias, I don't speak Spanish, but I understand that you want to discuss about the Aussie dollar. So maybe let's talk about the Australian dollar. I think I already opened the chart. Yeah, I see this chart. For me, it's again here very difficult to make something. So we have this key zone. You see, it was a high point, then the market accumulate here, breakout. We have multiple touch to that spot. We are far from this zone. Okay, we are maybe 25 pips, between 25 and 35 pips from this from the best point to make something. And you see, this is also continue with that one. So this might be a key zone here. So yeah, I would prefer to wait on the US dollar to see if the uptrend can continue. If you see on the H1 the market went down and here starting to make some accumulation, here might be the good entry point. You see, this might be here the decision point. Yeah, and it looks like head and shoulders also. If disrespect, of course, we have the shoulder here, we have the head, and if this holds, okay, if you see this line here hold, this might be also the shoulder. We'll see. This is not the best setup I like, because the trend is very downside. You see the market push very strongly on the downside. But there might be something to do here. Yeah, I agree with you, Matthias. You see, we have I didn't look even before your chart, but I agree. You have the shoulder, we have the head here, we have the shoulder also here. You have to wait that the market hold here a little bit. As you see, if we go to the I don't know, M30, we are a bit far from that point. So yeah, I agree. Okay, I want to see a breakout here on the dollar yen. If the market succeeds to break below, I will take my stop loss and put it just above that high. Okay, actually this is not confirmed, so I might wait. Let me check some news. Maybe we can find some, I don't know, investing.com have generally good summary. What moves the markets? News. Maybe there might be also talk today. Yeah, there is the FOMC statement in at 2 p.m. today, which is in 3 hour and a half. Okay, in 3 hour and a half, guys. Just want to inform again. Good that I'm looking. I look at that. I just go back to the market. I might be looking at that before, but here on the 2 p.m. You see, this is today, the 2nd of November. This is not interesting, but here you see FOMC statement and the federal funds rate. So the forecast is an increase again of 0.75% point for interest rate. So this is the forecast. Everyone saying that the market, the Fed will increase the interest rate to 4%, an increase of 0.75%. But again, the market will move, so the stop loss should not be tight. There might be volatility again. I'm not sure the market will react, but we already know that. We already know that step by step, the Fed will increase the interest rate. The market already priced it, in my opinion. So yeah, we're gonna see. When were the vacation? You look tanned. I went to Africa, Tanzania. That's very wonderful country. So yeah, there was a lot of sun. When I came back to the office, this is the first thing everyone told me here. Yeah, you look tanned. Generally, I'm very white, but I enjoyed vacation. It's always good, you know, when you a day trader and you almost 24 hours in the chart. Sometimes you want to take you know, fresh air, put your head off the chart for a few days, few weeks. For me, it was 2 weeks because I stayed in the market for a very long time, and this was for me a must to do. So I highly enjoy it, actually. No reaction on the Nasdaq. You see, it looks like the market want to push down. Probably make my point here. Oh, okay. On the dollar yen, we might have something interesting. So we want to see a breakout of that line, then we can adjust the stop loss. So of course here the market will react a little bit in M1. There might be some buyers here, some scalpers that want to also gain. Okay, reaction. We'll see how far it will go. I hope this is not a full retracement on the upside, but we'll see. We keep on the strategy. Yeah, this is an interesting short here. Very interesting short. So we had the reaction here. You see on the dollar yen, this was a point for scalpers to go in a little bit. Only 2 minutes of a small push, maybe two pips, 4 pips. Yeah, with the spread, a bit 4 pips. So it's a very, you know, it's an M1 time frame. It's a very small push. But again, if you want to be consistent, you cannot, you might not react to this type of reaction, or the market as soon as possible will probably break here. So we're gonna see. I think it hope that the market show me actually that the market want to push on the downside. We'll see if this hold or not. Okay, again the market here on the euro dollar went down and make a lower low on the 5 time frame. Keep reacting. Again, we are still in the same scenario. Okay, of course this is a trend line, but the trend line is only to show me the trend of the chart. Okay, it will not be the trend line. Sorry guys, will not be for me a decision point. Okay, it will only give me approximately how the market can react. So we are still here approximately. I look tan, but I'm a bit tired. That's the thing. I just arrived in the morning very early, so came back a bit like I sleep maybe 3 hours and then ran to the office to check a lot of things. Yeah, actually, you know, this is not difficult for me to go back to work because I like the company where I'm working. You know, I like everyone here. We have a wonderful team. So you know, I miss the office, so I wanted to go back. But it's just the flight. You know, it was 7 hours during the night. I didn't sleep in the plane. I sleep maybe 2 hours when I go back to home, and then directly come to the office. So coming back to the 5ers is not difficult. Yeah, it looks like an interesting reaction here on the Nasdaq. So we had, of course, it's M1, but I like to look at the overall. Okay, so we have this. The market break, react multiple times. If we break above that purple line, this might be the retrace. Will you keep positions open on the Fed news? It depends. It depends where the price will be. I'm not sure that the price will make a lot of movement before the Fed news. So I might be reducing the exposure a little bit. But I want to hold. Actually, I want to hold the exposure I have on almost all of the assets I have. But I want to, you know, I don't want to keep, if I don't know, the Fed news is on 2 minutes, for example, I will not keep my stop loss here. Generally, when you have a Fed news, there is a lot of volatility and the market can take your stop loss very easily. And I like to react when there is the Fed news. So, you know, it might be a very strong, generally you might have a strong reaction on the downside. And here the market, you know, will consolidate a bit. You know, just do something like that. And then the price will revert, okay, very strongly because there is the Fed news. If you keep your stop loss here, you will already be out. So you can manage this very differently. Okay, what you can do is, I think the main, let's say there are multiple things to do before a news. The first things, and what I advise you to do, is to be flat. Okay, generally it depends if you're a day trader. If you're a day trader, you must be flat. If you're a swing trader, you might adapt and adjust your exposure. So in my case here, I will adjust. It depends when the price stands. Okay, if the market's here before the news pushed up, I will close some in profits. If the market moved on and take my stop loss, so I will be flat. It depends about a lot of things. Okay. But of course, I will not let the trade how it is right now before the Fed. Okay, I will check what's happening. And of course, what I like to do when there is like big news like the Fed and like interest rate decision is to react to the news. Okay, I generally like to do that. This is difficult and this might be very risky, but I like when the price, you know, goes straight one side. Generally, this is what's happening when there is a big news. And then I try to find on the M1 or even let's say M1 time frame, the price where the market can stop and give some pressure. And generally, I like to play during that range. Okay, I like, you know, when the market do that. Okay, so this is the news. Then the market is, you know, accumulating, and then the market will decide where it will continue. Okay, if the market will continue up, or it will continue down. Okay, and I like to play generally in this zone. Okay, so I can take some scalping. And then I can put like a very tight stop loss in the market goes against me. So it's quite difficult to manage, but if you have a lot of experience and understand the movement of the market, this can be highly rewardable for you. So let's look what's happening. Dollar no, dollar yen, we're starting to break a bit. I want to see here a clear breakout. If not, I could not remove them or manage anything. We are good still in the euro as long as we are not breaking. You see this this daily support here, we are fine. Anyway, guys, we are close to the end of the session. So again, I would like to thank you for all the people that stay until the end or join in the middle. Very appreciate. This was my first trading room after 2 weeks of vacation. So, you know, starting to learn again the market and you know, trying to get back of what happened during those 2 weeks. And yeah, again all the time appreciate doing this trading room with you. Next week I'll be back again on Monday for the weekly forecast, and probably on Wednesday as well. So of course we'll have Saul and Mickey also that will help me to continue having the daily trading room for traders, especially the 5ers traders. So yeah, again, last important update: be careful for the Fed news in maybe 3 hours right now. So it will be in 3 hours. Adjust your exposure and be careful. There might be some volatility. Again, guys, thank you for staying with me until the end. I appreciate. Wish you a nice day, and see you next week, guys. Bye bye.